lot. That goes a long way. I've been working on this intro for
I lock my door because Sarah might come in here.
artist. Shout to brag. No cap chat. This shit is hard chat. Love y'all so much. I will see y'all later on ATL.
Okay, when I turn around, remember, it's a rule. Don't look at the back of my head.
Well, yeah.
Ciao you guys, we are back, we are back, we are back. We are back. So vous m'entendez bien.
Alright, now anyways, okay,
we
now
are
listen.
go.
I have different outfits of things I can wear. And I feel like you have to see the vision before you see the vision, okay? So, the one I'm gonna skip is the pink outfit.
So,
I did get a pink dress to wear. It's kind of girly. It's kind of cute. I never wear pink. But I don't think for a first day, this is like very cute. Okay? It actually is. I tried it on. Oh my god, I kind of want to show y'all. But I'm just gonna wait. I tried it on with the ponytail, and it is like, you know what it looks like? It looks like, you know, Legally Blonde, the movie? It's like, it looks like a Legally Blonde outfit. That's what it looks like. It's kind of, don't look at the back of my head.
Déjà, il y a une mise à jour que je devrais faire. Mais bon, pour commencer.
This is really cute. This is like a corset button-up thing. And I can wear this with a black skirt. Okay. That's really, really cute. I also
mettre mon chat à côté.
have a regular button-up that I can wear, which I don't really love, to be honest. And then, what else?
Non, Agent il a commencé. Agent il a commencé.
Then we're gonna go the middle from 250 to 750,000 followers, and then beyond that. In the presentation, I'm gonna tell you like what your team should potentially look like, what you should be spending your time, potentially your money on, and certain concepts and things you should be practicing and understanding in those different stages if you want to make it to the next and next level. All right? If you have any questions, just ask, and we'll keep it pushing.
Just begin. Yes.
All right, nice. So first thing I want to start by saying is this is not easy. I know it's presented like it's easy and it looks really fun, but it's harder than you think. So this graph, I thought it was very fascinating, and it does kind of illustrate just how challenging being seen as a content creator could be. This graph is the subscriber count for Kai Cenat's Kai's Mind channel. His first upload was in December. He was at 500 subscribers in December with dozens of uploads. I'm talking about Kai Cenat. Now, granted, he was uploading as almost like an experiment to see like, he was just saying things that was on his mind. It wasn't super high appeal content. But it's interesting to think even one of the biggest people on the internet can upload dozens of videos to an unknown channel with under 500 subscribers. It wasn't until he promoted it in March where it got a huge spike and it reached 500,000. So like if you're struggling and you've been doing it for a while, sometimes it's not necessarily that you suck. It's just you haven't quite figured out certain concepts yet. So that's what I'm gonna try and click. There's a lot of people here that's like super entertaining that I see, but it's not enough to be entertaining. We all have the entertaining friend that hasn't quite hit yet. And then we all have the friend that's maybe not that entertaining that's been doing phenomenal. You just had to, like Mr. B is not the most entertaining person, but he knows how to put together a good fucking video. So in the same way, we're gonna talk a lot about other platforms because one thing you'll realize as a streamer, you have to be on everything. If you're not on IG Reels, sometimes you gotta be on Facebook. You gotta be on literally everything because that's how you're gonna drive the people to your stream.
Listen, AJ, man.
All right, so talking a little about that today. We're gonna start off in the 0 to 250,000 followers. If you have 0 to 250,000 followers on the platform you stream on, could you raise your hands? 0 to 250,000 followers. Under 250. On the main platform you stream on.
G2 aurait pu gagner cette game contre elle. Je pense que c'est une draft de merde en vrai.
You don't stream. It don't matter, just the main one, you know? Yeah, just the main one. All right, so you probably heard it before. I'm going to really kind of like drill it in. You have to apply short form. I'm not even joking. Like if you stream significantly less and did more short form, you would see significantly more growth. In this current stage, and I'm gonna give you guys some certain case examples. And low-key, I want to bust some myths too, because some people have some misconceptions. So Queso is a really good example of someone who grew playing 2K content on TikTok. He was a 2K TikTok content creator. It doesn't feel like it, because a lot can change in 2 years, but he was. And his channel blew up, he had some really big clips, and he was able to transition that audience into streaming. You might think to yourself, okay, that was like 2-3 years ago. How about something more recent? Joe Bart. Joe Bart did a lot of like rants, commentary style content on TikTok. He was able to transition that content. He's one of the biggest streamers on Twitch right now, but it didn't happen overnight. He's someone that killed it on TikTok. One thing you notice about both of them, they're not just good on TikTok, they own it. These guys are fucking demons at TikTok. So it's not enough to exist on the platform, to dominate it is how you make that transition. And you might be thinking, okay, Joe Bart low-key blew up on TikTok. Maybe here's an example of somebody I found a few weeks ago. This is a guy that makes racing content that's probably not going to appeal to most people. He started with 0 subscribers, 0. He actually started with 0 videos. All he did was post YouTube shorts. That's all he did. And they were really good. I'm talking, he was getting 2 million views a short, 2 million views a short, 1 million views a short. Really, like, to me, super interesting content. If you're anywhere in the niche, then this type of content that you would want to watch. His first YouTube video, I took the screenshot a couple weeks ago. It had 680,000 views in 2 weeks. It is over 1 million. His first YouTube video, 1 million views. But it does on YouTube. So we'll talk a little bit about that. YouTube Shorts translates to YouTube videos really well now.
I disagree with that.
You're wrong.
Nah, I mean, I've been doing this. I'm not saying that I'm right. I just say I disagree. I've been doing this for 12 years, and
Ok, la classe c'est bien.
We'll circle back to it at the end of the talk because I'm gonna explain a few other concepts. Okay. Okay, so when it comes to short form, this actually does apply just in general. You need some sort of hook. Okay. I'm gonna say something and it's gonna sound a little pseudo and like theoretical, but it's not. It's very, very practical. Do you guys have like an idea of what your audience wants to watch?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're talking. Being able to like put yourself in your audience shoes is the biggest superpower a content creator have. The same way that being able to put yourself in a customer's shoes is the best power a business can have. If you don't have an idea of what your community wants to see, you're gonna airball a lot of shots. It don't mean you can't airball some shots. You're not gonna hit everything. But having a good hook is a good premise. So like, I'm gonna show some examples of hooks that I think are really good in different ways, and then you can start to think about how you can apply that to your content. The reason why I say that is because when it comes to short form, if you don't have a good hook, you're setting yourself up for failure. You only have a certain amount of time to capture somebody's interest. So what I would like to present is next time you're scrolling short form, next time you're even watching long form YouTube videos, I want you to think about what you're thinking about while you're watching it. What about it specifically is interesting? You will start to pick up a lot of strategies from the stuff you like that you could apply into your own content. Goodness gracious, Pudgy. No shirt, bro? All right. Dub, you can't sit in this front row. You gotta find somewhere else. No. Just anywhere else. This area clear. Yeah. Hey, quiet down, please. Why you late?
First, I couldn't figure out where this was at. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I did my best to find it as quickly as I can, sir. I apologize.
So you just been looking for it.
I've been looking.
You've been just lost.
I even asked the dean.
Hey, listen. This is Professor of the Year of Class of 2025. This is one of the most important classes on our campus. Please listen. You're not in elementary school, but walking. We don't gotta talk to them waving up in Jordan.
I made it.
We don't gotta be waving at people coming in late.
They came in late. I made sure to
Pay attention, please. Go ahead.
Thank you, Dean Cenat. If you're really popular on a platform, like some of you guys, like Alyssa, you have a face that people have seen on TikTok a lot, you can use your face as the hook. You know what I'm saying? If you look at a lot of A&P videos, we just use our faces as the hook. So like if, for example, who here is like known for something that, Dub, what are you known for?
Having a son and
Okay, nice. Well, in that instance, you can use your face in certain contexts that apply to that, right? If somebody thinks you're really knowledgeable with money and you're doing a money topic, sometimes your face is gonna be the thing that hooks people. So, you know, it doesn't have to be like a big thumbnail with a fucking red circle, you know? And then like you just have to, well, we'll explain a little bit later, but it just has to be like an itch that you can hook. So I got a couple examples here. I'm gonna show you the good example first. Hopefully it works. There we go. Yeah, let me turn this motherfucker up.
Are these faces?
Well, after making his apologies and claiming that he missed breakpoint, I thought we were done there, but the very next race I found myself next to him again. This time I'm driving a McLaren and in a tight battle of my own, getting squeezed onto a curb before making a move around the outside of another. Unfortunately, I get a poor exit after he taps me on the rear, putting me into the passenger jaws of the cars behind. Suddenly I find myself defending from 4 different drivers and start weaving to avoid giving a tow.
Okay, so that's an example of that's a very activating short. I can sit down and explain to you guys all the reasons why, the angles, the voiceover, where he threw it to, where he got it back. But then you could compare that, let's short that got like 1 million views, to this short, which is the same concept. Is somebody that crashed into him.
Don't you do it, don't you do it. You motherfucker. Motherfucker. I make it, I fucked up.
So it's the same concept. He did the same thing. They both had the same experience. Somebody hit him. He's playing a racing game, somebody hit him. One guy went through the effort of getting all these cinematic shots, making sure you had no chance for your attention to get lost. Another person just played a clip. There's levels to this.
What if you don't have editing skills like that?
You gotta find editing skills. And so like, I will say, we're gonna get to it in a little bit, but a lot of the skills you hire for are actually things you should know. One, you're gonna know if someone's scamming you, if you know how it's done. But then 2, on top of that, if they're not available and for some reason you need to get down and dirty, you should know how to edit a video, you should know how to edit a short, you should know how to do all the things you hire for. That's why I know how to make lotion and shit, as the tone guys here. So I would like to say it's not always success, and you always have to be trying stuff. So even the biggest streamers in the building, they miss sometimes. You can do some stuff that doesn't hit all the time, but you should always be applying the principles. So I started a gaming page. In my head, I know what does that mean. The gaming page is at what? 200, it's like at 30,000 subscribers right now. It's performing well, views per video, but I'm not farming subs enough. What should I do in that instance? Lean into shorts. So not only am I posting YouTube shorts consistently now, but I also created a gaming Instagram so I can apply more shorts. And there's actually a pretty good conversion between Instagram Reels and content off platform. Instagram is actually maybe the most underrated thing in content right now. So let me give you a couple examples of hooks. This is an example of a hook where the caption is what makes you intrigued in the content. I mean, I don't want to sign in, so. I think it's just the internet, to be honest with you. So that click worked, but this click not working. Let me try it again. Brother. There we go. Who's that? Jason? What happened? Okay. Yeah, so first of all, that's prosthetics. It's not my real forehead. So, okay. Okay, but the premise is that once you read the caption, the bouncer says no hats, you got no choice but to fucking stick around to see why the caption says that. The caption make you want to stay to the end. And you obviously can see the hat, and just, you know, it's implied that I'm going to review the hat. But by the time you finish it, you're like, damn, that was so crazy. Maybe I watch it again. Now you loop somebody. Now you get mad watch time. Feel me? So this is an example of an Instagram reel that we posted like last week that performed pretty well. Yeah, what's that?
So a lot of my videos have POV, like you're 27 and single, so you're going on a solo date. Like I'm known for my mukbang and solo date. Do you think POV is like important? Do you think that's why the videos are hitting so much, because POV is so relevant?
It's impossible to answer without knowing your audience. It's like super audience specific. So I would have to look at your specific audience and see why something may or may not hit. Because something that hit for you might not hit for the next person. Feel me? So this is a thumbnail hook where the actual thumbnail, the content of the thumbnail is what makes you want to watch. So this is a clip that I deadass post. I repost it like every 3 months. But it was the intro I did for a 48-hour stream where I came down, rappelled from